Where's everybody at? What's that corn moving? Whoa! Yo! What are we doing up in here today, boys? So yeah, it has been a couple minutes since we made a video. I think it's about a month. But we need to get back on that weekly schedule. Tell you what, been lots of stuff going on around here. Lots of big stuff, some small stuff, and medium stuff going on around here. You'll see. But yeah, we haven't made a video on this old gal since we built it back in March. Just because, yeah, I don't know why we didn't. Having some technical difficulties with it, and well, not really technical difficulties, but fine tuning, we should say. And we have somewhat figured it out. Now, if y'all remember, if you watched the build video back in March, we rebuilt the whole thing. We'll go over what we got done to this old gal here. So I pretty much rebuilt the whole thing, pulled the motor, stripped it all the way down to just a block, honed out the cylinders, all new bearings, everything, pistons. The only thing I reused was the rods and the crankshaft. That's about it. Everything else is new. And did you do that? Don't be doing that. It's broken. Oh, the light came out. Oh, those are LEDs.
Yeah, those are LEDs.
Shit, we better put that back in.
Yeah.
Got our rock lights on.
That is not a rock light.
Why is it not a rock light? It's a light pointing at the rocks. I don't see any rocks. I'm sure it's big round far enough to find them. So we rebuilt the whole thing, and we added a couple extra little power to it. It's not your normal whistly sound like a Jet 6.0, because those are slow. If your turbo sounds like a jet, you're slow. You're a weenie. You're very slow. Non-VGT, son. That's all you need. Go non-VGT, you will never go back, I tell you what. Nope. Oh, I like to whistle. Apparently you like to go slow too, don't you? Eh? You clown. And people be like, oh, well, it's good for towing. Well, I just hauled a camper to Colorado with this old gal. People will be scared to take like their truck on like a 4-hour road trip. I do that on the daily with this old gal. I just got back from a 16-hour one-way road trip from Colorado. Drove all the way out there and drove back. No problems. Just fine. I will drive this thing anywhere. Cross country. Y'all just have to have some faith in your old 6.0. You just got to know what you're doing. Back in March, it had 299,000 on it, and now it's got over 315,000 on it. So I have put on 15,000 miles on the old gal with 700 horsepower. So if y'all remember, so what we did to this old gal, we put PowerStrick products, big port heads on it, stage 2 cam, push rods, we did 205/30 injectors back in March. By recently, probably a couple weeks ago, I put 225/75s in it. Some bigger boys, because apparently we didn't put big enough injectors in it, tell you what. Once I did something to it, I was like, you know what, it needs to be faster. It's not fast enough. So then I put 225/75s in it, and then it had a 63 in it back in March when I first built it, and then just recently I put an S3 66 in it, and now it's still too small. So we just keep on climbing the totem pole on the power levels here, just because it's just not enough. You never have enough power. But we got ported intake on the old gal. Nothing too fancy. It does need some love on the outside, that's for sure, but looks don't make it go fast. So just make it go fast, and then you'll be fast. Yeah, I did some truck pulls in it, and the last one I did, I broke the ear off on the rear drive shaft. Actually, I think I still have the piece in the rear counter. We do have rear cap. Oh, this is my bed back here from when I went to Colorado. You just push all these front 2 seats all the way forward, and you'll just lay right in between. It's perfect. Here's part of the rear drive shaft when I yeeted it at the truck pulls. I'm back up in there and see it's a 2-piece drive shaft. And what we did is we sheared off the ear on that front piece. Sheared off the ear, so we had to fix that. And then we also, up here, you can see, there is, there's no pinion there anymore. We kind of, where'd it go? Oh, it's down in there. but we sheared the pinion in half. So we sheared the pinion and broke the rear drive shaft of the truck pulls. It wasn't too bad. We'll throw some videos in at the end of the truck pulls that we've done so far in this old gal.
Clayton Z coming up next. All right, here comes Clayton.
I have not done one in it since I have done 225/75, so we gotta fix the whole front end. So I gotta pull the tires off, we gotta pull the whole front end apart, and I gotta do ball joints too while I'm at it. Wheel bearings are new, brakes are new, so I just gotta do ball joints now. I don't know why I just didn't do all of it at once, but yeah. Oh yes, look at this. We also have a nice air dog on this old gal. Tell you what, son, we've got an old air dog on there to give us all the fuel we need for those 225/75s. Well, why don't we pop the hood? It's nothing exciting, but we'll see. Say it's nothing too pretty under here. It just gets the job done. Yeah, it just gets the job done here. We got a nice S366 sitting in the valley down there. Old Ryan's Diesel Service, S366. And then a Maryland's Diesel Performance non-VGT kit. I've got an S2R on this thing. Old O-Dogs Diesel. We've got those on the website as well. And what that does, it's pretty much twice the size of the stock intake, and it doesn't have the studs that go all the way through, so all the air can just flow nicely through all the cylinders instead of, by the time it gets to the back cylinder, there's no air left for it. So that's what that's for. And we got some big port heads to flow way more air. And if you take a ride for this thing, I'll show you. It moves some air. You can hear the air moving in this engine. Like it. The air moves in this thing. It's all about air movement. Everybody be like, oh yeah, I'm building like 50 PSI. Boost is just a number. It's literally just a number, just like EGTs and all that stuff. It's just a number. Boost is just a measurement of resistance. So if you got a lot of resistance, you're gonna have a higher boost because there's more pressure because it's not a lot of airflow. So like me, I've got a ton of airflow, so the air has lots of places to go. Yeah, so it's just a measurement of resistance. I don't have a lot of resistance on this thing. Actually, I don't even have a boost gauge on it. Every time it reads, it just goes all the way up to, because I've got the map sensor on it still. I don't have an actual boost sensor, so it goes all the way up to about 29, and then it goes to negative 40. Something like that, negative 20, something like that. But I think we're done talking here. Tell you what, let's go hop in, let's go take it for a real rip. We do have the stack on this thing. I want to do a little bit different setup on the stack because it's not bad, but when you have the back window open, all the smoke just decides to come in the cab. Like as you can tell, the headliner is pretty black. I mean, especially right back here, you just touch it. Oh my gosh! That's your hands are black. Yep. So that's fun. And we're gonna do a different exhaust setup on it. We'll just make another video on that. But look at this. We have shift on the fly on this old gal as well. Look at this. So we have this shift on the fly. Use your cruise control buttons. So we'll push it with the nub. Oh, I don't think it'll do it. Maybe it will. Oh, yep. See it? Look at it. And then you go up 3, 4, and we're at 2, 5. And then you just hit that to go down. And then you go up. Boom, boom. Now we're in the hot tune, son. So if you want some shift on the fly tuning from Blessed Performance, head over to the website and pick it on up. That's what we're in now. So we're gonna do just a tiny little race right now from a dig. And I was like, I'll do a 70 roll. And he's like, a 70 roll? I was like, yeah, a 70 roll, son. He said, oh, I can't do that. I just only dig. And I was like, I don't have four-wheel drive. I'll just blow the tires off until 800 miles per hour. He's like, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. So I took him for a ride in this thing. I was like, well, hop in. You'll see if you want to race me or not. And he goes for a ride with me, and he's like, holy cow, this thing's pretty quick. And then I drop him back off, and then he gets in his car and leaves. You'll have that. Now, this thing's pretty loud. Now, there's all those people there like, oh, I got 800 horsepower truck! No, you don't! All these idiots. It's funny as hell to watch. Because people say they got like this high horsepower truck. And it makes like 300 horse. Doesn't do nothing. And like, I know every square inch, every bolt on this damn thing too. Like if you hand me a bolt off of this thing, I can probably tell you where it goes. You're like, yep, that goes right there. When I rebuilt this thing, I literally threw all the bolts in a box and then took them out of the box and put it back together.